Hey, what's up, guys? This is TBone here. Welcome to our Tuesday stream, and it's gonna be an interesting one because it is also the launch of Gem Crush. So, for those of you who had a chance to take a look at the video that I had sent out earlier, that I actually had it ready for a couple of days, but I wasn't able to publish it until just today. So, at least there was a couple of hours in there where you got a chance to take a look at it in action. But today, we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of different things. I'm going to be taking a look at the event deck. I'm going to also be talking about some of our we're going to be talking about some of our alternative ideas, for those of you who will not be able to get the deck. And also we're going to talk about just what is the impact of Gen Crush. I'd like to talk to you guys, hear you guys, what your thoughts are, and let me know, what you guys think. I'm interested definitely in hearing your feedback, definitely on the change here. And so we got a bunch of people here that have joined me for the stream as usual. So nice to see everybody here. We got Joel Want to Know and Gilbert, Ellie Little, Joel, Noelia, Catherine, the Fallen One, Arcadian, Mike, and First Fallen. Right, everybody, thank you for joining me here. All right, so let's take a look here. So with Gem Crush comes with the ability to create bigger, badder, just higher level power gems. And so it is not that much of a surprise then that we will have a deck that is going to be able to create Power Gem 5 right from the start. And it is going to be the Intrepid Voyagers. This is an Earth Slayer deck that is chaotic, and we haven't had a sort of a New Dawn era Earth chaotic yet. So the only other option that we've had up to this point is the Unbreakable Sisterhood. And so this is the card that if you have this is the current only killer skill in Earth Slayer Chaotic for now, I believe. I took a look. I don't think there's another one. And so if you were looking for a deck that gives you a higher killer boost, this would be it. Okay. And so we've got a lot more people just saying hello here. So I hope you guys enjoy here. And also, before we get started, I guess it would be good for you guys to know that I am also going to be able to give more doing more gem giveaways today. I probably will be able to give around the same number of gems this time. But remember, they're not coming from me. So I'm just making sure that I can get the winners here. So I'm very interested in making sure that you guys are able to win some gems. I'm going to kickstart the giveaway first. And so you should see instructions come out shortly. Once the instructions come out, make sure you guys see it actually. Make sure you actually see the instructions before you type in the raffle. I know that it probably takes a little bit. So once it comes out, well, I guess just kind of enter it. I know that it takes a little while for Streamlabs to kick in. So during this time, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look at the deck, and I'm going to be able to pull through tier 6 this time. At least I should say I am ready to go to tier 6 this time, and I'm going to try and get lucky beforehand. All right. Devilish Duel is a chaotic killer, but it's not Slayer. All right, so I should have been clear. The Earth Slayer chaotic killer, the only one that's available is Unbreakable Sisterhood, but then Devilish Duel is indeed chaotic killer for Commander. Okay, so let's take a look at the deck here. So we're gonna do a quick review of this, and then we will see if there's anything different about this and see what it's going to be like. And we're going to try this deck out for sure. So we got Intrepid Voyagers, which is the ultimate form, and this battle skill is straight out of the cage, 4 Power Gem 5s. Now the wording in this one is a little bit interesting to me because I don't know when it says creates an additional 4 Earth Power Gem 5s on the next turn as well, whether that means create 4 in the next turn or create 8 total next turn. I think it means create 4 this turn and next turn, but don't know, so we're gonna have to try it out. If anybody who already has a deck and knows how it works, let me know, but I am definitely gonna be trying it out. And then it has a passive ability where it does increase the self-attack for every power gem skill used by 20%. So like the more power gem skills you use, the more attack you can get. But I don't think I see anything that gives it sort of double counting of the power gem skills. So I'm not sure exactly how much it can go by, but assuming that it's basically 5 power gem skills, then that will be 100% attack. So family, thank you very much for your subscription. Okay, so the battle skill here for the ultimate form, it seems very, very basic. And given that it has a limited number of power gems here, like it doesn't increase based on the intensity, this is going to be a very interesting card to use. Because if you take a look at this compared to the Magic Collection card and the Ultra Rare card, it's distinctly different. So Iago is the Master Collection card, and this one creates 4 Power Gem Force also, but this one has a difference in that it creates 1 more per 100 chaotic killing intensity. So this one has the ability to fill up the board, as opposed to the ultimate form. And normally I would say, I don't know why they would do that, but I think in this case, the ultimate form not filling up the board actually works well as a sort of a control mechanism for Gem Crush, right? So we will take a look and see how it all works out. And it also gives a status called Mapped, and Mapped is what will power up the rest of the deck. That, you know, the ultimate form will, it will benefit from creating the same number of gems. Sorry, that was my mistake. They will create the same number of gems in the next turn if you have the mapped status. So it's kind of like Dorothy in that sense. Okay, and this will also increase self attack for every 2 turns whenever a power gem skill is triggered. Now this is a 2-turn deck. All of this is 2-turn deck, so it's nice and quick. I like, you know, the short term cooldowns in general. And so this is I'm a fan of that. Although so far, if you look at it from a regular perspective, like if this was previous week before Gem Crush, I would probably say, you know, it looks okay. It's not too impressive to me. I think it's just like the same as everything else, right? And so now we have Artist of the Arcane, which is the ultra rare card. And whenever a power gem, all it does for the battle skill is that it will give you the map to surrounding status for 2 turns. So it lasts for 2 turns, then you can activate every 2 turns. So really, it's kind of like you just have to remember to activate a skill so that you can use this to power up the rest of the deck. And so it's kind of like, you know, it's not passive, so you have to do this. But because it's 2 turns, you can always get it, and you increase the attack by 120%. So there's going to be a bunch of attack boost. And then the passive ability here just triggers a heal. So something like Toxin will block the passive, and obviously Slumber will block the passive. But it has Blind in here, so it's not an issue here. All right, but before I go on, I just want to take a quick look just to double check, make sure that I am receiving names here. Yeah, I'm not receiving anything. And so apologies for everybody who has already entered the raffle here. But I feel like it's already been 5 minutes, and I haven't seen anything go in just yet. Last time I had to close and restart it. So I do apologize. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to restart it. If you have already entered, just make sure you do it again, because I just feel like this is not working, and I want to make sure you guys are able to get the gems, okay? Because I will not be able to pick a winner otherwise. So apologize for that. I'm going to get this started again. So now that I've started it, let's take a look at the other 2 cards. So we have the event card and we have the support card here. So if we take a look at the event card, this is Kira, the Pathfinder. So Kira is the event card that will give you 4 Power Gen 2s. And see, this one is what I think the ultimate form is going to do, in that it will create 4 more on the next turn as well if the surroundings are mapped. So this sounds a lot like what the ultimate form will do. It's just that they have different wording. I wish that they would make the wording really consistent so it's not confusing, right? So maximum is 8 power gems, but 4 per turn for 2 turns. And that's all. So it's very, very basic, but it's not a bad card. Given that it's an event card, the skill's not bad at all, actually. Then we have Enigmatic Irvin. This is the support card here, and the support card creates 1 Earth Power Gem 1 and 6 regular gems. Again, with a 2-turn cooldown, and it heals for 200% recovery. So it does get impacted by Toxin, as I said, but right now we just have to deal with Armor and Blind. And let's see if there's another skill that we need to worry about, and that is so far just Blind and Armor. And Blind. So I don't think there is another skill that we need to worry about. So they're not too bad. You just need to be able to get rid of Armor. Okay. So there was a question on how you win gems. So as soon as this starts picking up, I will pick winners here. I just wish that they would. I just hope that it would actually pick it up So give me a second here. I just want to see here because I'm looking at the entries, and last time I did this too, it took a long time for me to get the. Yeah, so this is streaming on YouTube, and I don't know, Streamlabs has this issue where it takes a really long time to register information. So I'm hoping that the users will be in here. If not, there's other ways I can search for winners. So let's go on, and we're gonna do some polls here. So I am going to be, so like I said, I'm going to be picking a total of 9 winners from the stream, and then 1 for somebody to comment in the video afterwards. So that way, if you're not able to make the stream, there's still a chance for you to win some gems. Okay, so let's take a look now. And Nanvei, thank you very much for the subscription. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packs here. So I'm prepared to go to tier 6, but I don't want to go to tier 6 because I do want to save some gems as well. So let's go ahead and open our first few tiers and see what we can get here. Once we have our team set up, then I'm going to build a team, and then we're going to then go ahead and try it out on some different, I don't know, I guess we can try against the gold. I guess I can try against the gold boss because I have enough summoning coins. Okay, so that's the first tier. Got a little cane there. Let's take a look here and see what we get for tier 2. So Winged Death, and that is, hey, I got the ultra rare card on tier 2. Look at that, sweet deal. So Jack Mary, welcome to the stream here. And let's see, Chris, ultimate gems will prevent crushing. So ultimate gems will prevent crushing. That's pretty interesting. That's actually really interesting. That I did not try that with a Gen 3 card. That's actually a pretty good thing to know. So if you can use ultimate gems to prevent crushing, that can help you save a lot of power gems. That's really cool to know. All right, so we are off to a really, really good start. That's pretty awesome. And so let's go ahead and open up tier 3. We just need a Master Collection card and event card, and I'll be able to get the full team plus a shiny. Okay. Gem Crush luck. Yeah, so here is the Relic Supreme Serpent. Is that the regular or is that the rare relic? I don't know. Let's take a look. So I think I'm guaranteed at least 1 relic here. And did I seriously just get a second ultra rare card? What in the world? So I got the rare. That was a rare one? Oh my goodness. Okay. So that was the rare relic, and I got a regular relic, and then I got 2 ultra rare cards and 2 pulls. Oh my goodness. What in the world? If only every event is like this for me. That is insane. Oh wow, look at that. This is a tier 3 pull. Can't believe that. Okay, so let's go to tier 4. We're going to get our event card. I do have enough to craft, right? So, but like I said, I am prepared to go to tier 6 if necessary. So let's go ahead and pull tier 4 so we can get our event card. Yeah, it's been really good. So this has been pretty insane. Okay, so let's see here. So tier 4, we got a couple keys, and we got a, let's see, this is going to be another relic here. Yep, so I will be getting a 2 pink star ultimate relic, but no Master Collection card just yet, so that's the one I would need to get. And here is Kier the Pathfinder. So in order to get the, because I have all of the rest of the collection heroes, so to get the, okay, so here's the decision I need to make, right? So if I take a look at my cards here, I got 63. I think I'm just gonna go for tier 5 here, and then hope for the best. If I don't get tier 5, I'll have to decide here. Like I said, if I'm prepared to go to tier 6 for the guarantee Master Collection card. It's just that I won't be left with too much afterwards. But we're not leaving until I get a team here. And that is the third. Oh, I think that's a guarantee, right? Did they guarantee a rare relic in tier 5? Oh, finally they started registering the names. Okay, thank goodness. right? Are the names getting registered now? Okay, good. So I'm seeing just, just a few names here. So I'm going to wait for some time before I pick the first set of winners. Okay, so do I have a three-star ultimate relic at this point? What is? I've lost track. How many relics is that now? Is that 3 or 4? And this is Ignimac. So that's the support card. Oh my god! Like, let me see this. So this was tier 5. Did I get 2 rare relics and? Yeah, I did. I got 2 rare relics and a regular relic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the thing that I'm still missing is that elusive Master Collection card. So here is a decision I need to make, and I have 7,000 gems. I could craft. That will leave me with 24, and I'm just trying to see if I'll be able to save up enough to not have to spend a lot of gems and create more. So let's just go ahead and take a look right now. You know what? I bought the gems, and it's no fun to just craft it. I'm on a roll right now. I bought the gems this time so that I could pull, and I think I never get a chance to do this. So let's just go all the way. We're gonna go tier 6. We're gonna see where my luck takes me today, and way more relics than I need to. But we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for our guaranteed Master Collection card that guarantees us to get a ultimate form, and then we're gonna see what we can do and set up our team. That is like 1, 2. I think I have four rare relics, right? And then this is gonna be tier 6. So no matter what, I'm guaranteed the Master Collection card that I'm looking for, and I'll be able to get I'll be able to get the shiny Master card. And there's the guaranteed Iago, the one that was a little bit elusive. Ooh, the phone is getting too hot. It's starting to slow down a little bit. So let's see. So I should have enough to get another card with the coins. Yeah, so like I definitely have been thinking about it, but I think for me this is a special event for me today. I came in here, bought the gems with the sole purpose of saying let's just go all the way, because I never do this. I never do this in our streams, and so I kind of feel like if I just kind of bowed out before tier 6 to use the coins, that's what normally I would have recommended, but this time I'm doing it because I think it's a little bit of an entertainment value there too. So not as good on the tier 6 pull, but some insane pulls up to this point. Let's take a look at what we ended up getting here. So I don't even know what to do here. Let's go ahead and forge our team first, and then we're going to go ahead and forge our Master Collection card, and then forge. Let's go ahead and forge everything. Let's take a look at the ultimate relic. I got 3 of each. Okay, I thought I had 4 of the rare, but hey, here's another 3-star ultimate relic. This was something I got within tier. I think I got a 2-star by tier 3, so that was insane luck there. So the Master Collection cards, I know it's more rare than the ultra rare card, but you know that being able to get 2 ultra rare cards in the pulls I had, that was truly amazing. It was, and I want to say thank you to everybody who has been wishing me good luck like throughout the day, and you know it's really a good feeling to be able to get what I think I would like to get. And so I am very, very happy about that. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to forge my ultimate form, and then I need to get the shiny Master Collection card. So I'm going to go ahead and forge. Yeah, my phone is just... it's heating up so bad. So yes, don't forget to register, guys. I'm going to select the first couple of winners in just a few moments. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the event card. We're going to level it so I can get the event card, so the Master Collection. So it's going to be Earth Chaotic Killer. Okay, and so here which one is that? Kira. So I think I need to get Kira to 6 stars. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Okay, so I can definitely. I got over 2,000 Longonites shards at this point, and that used to be, believe it or not, that used to be like one of the most rare things for me. Like I had to try and like find. I had to work so hard to try and get a Longonite. I had to save and save and save to try and craft it. But now I just have so many of them that I don't think I'll ever run out. So it's just kind of interesting how like the times have changed. All right, so let's go ahead and craft these. So I can get this to 6 stars, and then pick our Master Collection card. Yeah, the King's Blade. That was what you needed in order to level up Robin Hood, I think. No, Robin Hood used something else. The King's Blade was one that was so hard to get. I had to save, and we had to like make a decision on whether or not to use the King's Blade for this unit or that unit, and it was definitely really rare. All right, so I got 2 Master Collection cards, 2 ultra rare cards, and I've got a 2 pink start ultimate form with a 3 pink start ultimate relic. Like, what is this? Whose account is this? Right? Like, this is not my stream. This is not what typically happens at all. And so I am very thankful for it. Very glad, but at the same time, I'm still like, I still can't believe that. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this out. So here is another team I am going to showcase, because that is the team that if you don't have the event deck, you could use. So let's go ahead and swap out all of this for our event deck that we've just gotten. So I got a total of 7 relics now. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to use it, but not complaining. Okay, so let's go ahead and change our relic to Chaotic Killer. So let's just take a look and see, like, you know, I don't even know though. I don't even know if 2 ultra rare cards is the way to go, to be honest with you. Because if you take a look at the strength, the battle skills, I want to take a look now. Right now is the time for us to take a look and see, like, what is the best composition for this team. And I feel like the Master Collection card is going to be best, because it's going to give you the power gems, like, so that when the gems get crushed, you need more power gems in order to sort of help fill out, right? So, I mean, I don't think I can double the map, right? So this is a skill that once you have it, you have it. I don't think you can double it. So having 2 ultra rares to map the surrounding twice, I don't feel like it's gonna do anything, but it is going to increase my attack by another 120%. So it is that, you know, I will get an additional attack boost, but I feel like if you could, it might be better to just use another, like, if you get another Master Collection card, that might be okay. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch this ultra rare card out for an event card, because the event card is also a gem spawner here. And so I want to see this, I want to see how this particular dynamic would work. Okay, so now that we have set this team up, and we can try it with 2 ultra rares, so we can see what happens if you stack it, and then we can also try it without. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the entries for just a second, and we're going to pick our first 2 winners. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick our winners. We've already got 90 entries. All right, our first winner is Solver Temperance. I believe you won last time too, so congratulations. Now we're gonna pick another one, and it's gonna be Gilbert MC Kwong. So congratulations to our first 2 winners, and there's gonna be more. All right, so don't worry, there'll be more coming. I just wanted to say congrats for winning the gems. I will need you to message me your in-game name. The best is to just reach out to me in the network app and just kind of let me know that you won, and then I'll be able to forward your name on. Okay. So Melvin Robinson, it doesn't stack. Oh, wait a second. So this stacks. No, I think for the ultra rare stacks for everyone, right? Ultra rare card increases attack for everyone, and the Master Collection card stacks for itself. So I think that's the question you have. Melvin Robinson. So that was I think that was the question about the ultra rare, and that's the reason why. Okay, so I've resumed the entry. So go ahead, and if you have not yet entered, go ahead and enter. If you've entered before, you don't have to enter again. Like I did not, it does not reset. And so if you have not entered for the raffle, go ahead and do it. I will do it again in about 10 minutes or so. So how do you contact me over network? So if you download the network app, it's N3T work app, then you'll be able to install their chat application, and then you can look up my name. It's just TBone. You can look up my name and you can message me directly. Or if you just want to message me here, I will find out. If you just message me your in-game name when your name is selected, I will also see it in a different window. So that's how I can tell. All right, so I guess I'll pick a gold boss, right? And I don't want to do the Corellium. So 50, that's going to leave me with 278s, which is still going to be enough for a Corellium. So I'm going to go ahead and summon the 50 because I don't want to use it against a Corellium because I can't use my battle skills, right? So now let's go ahead and do a battle. And we're going to also take a look at the state of Guild vs. Guild after this, because from what I've heard, it is now easier than ever to take out defenders. But I have not yet tried. Okay, so we are at level 25. We're at level 25. And so we're going to try this, okay? I'm going to try with a single ultra rare card. 2 Master Collection card, 1 ultra rare, and 1 event card. This is more likely the scenario that I think most people who use coins to craft, for example, will see. So let's go ahead and see what this is going to be like, okay? And remember what Gem Crush is all about. Gem Crush is all about trying to maximize the number of gems you can have on the board without filling it up. So you don't want to fill it up completely unless you have a battle skill that can help you out. And so this is what I was talking about, and that is, it's not a bad thing to fill up the it's not a bad thing to fill up the board, but it's a bad thing to leave yourself with just a single row of power gems without any other skills to use. And so now I'm using this time to kind of think of like what I want to do. So I think what I want to do is I want to say like I want to say that Master Collection cards should go first. Master Collection cards should go first, and then the ultra rare, and then the ultimate form should go last, because it's a fixed number of power gems. It is easier to control. It's easier to control what you do with your power gems when there's a fixed number compared to when you have like the skill that increases the number of power gems as the intensity grows. So we're at like 136. And so like, if you kind of see now what's going to happen is we're going to just continue to grow the number of power gems here. And we're going to get to a point eventually where it's just going to continue to crush. And this is Gem Crush here. And I think ideally, there's seven columns, 5 rows. I think that ideally if you can get just 6 on each column, that is probably the best. And if you can like get some crush to like, power gem 8s and whatnot, then you could really, power up quite a bit. So we're at 32. This isn't bad. So like this deck right here, it's not overwhelming. Like it doesn't overwhelm you with the number of gems so that it crushes like too much. Like I've been activating every turn, and it seems actually okay. Like the problem with Gem Crush sometimes is that it'll end up crushing everything. And then you will have basically just like, a single row of power gems, and that won't be too good. But this right here, this is going to be good. I think this works well. And what I want to do is I don't want to take out the boss right now, but this is chaotic, so I know I'm going to be able to take out the boss immediately. I just wanted to sort of like show this. So I'm going to do one more time now that we're at 340. I think this is where we're going to get to the point where we might start getting the gems pretty full. Yeah, so like here, I think this deck is it feels like a relatively even deck. Like it's not one that like, makes it feel too weak. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to exit out here because I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So like the number of power gems grows at a constant rate. And this is with 2 Master Collection cards, 1 event card, and an ultimate form. And you can see that I do get some crushes there, but I don't get to the point where everything just crushes. And so no Aaliyah, I can have power gems every time if I activate Ultra Rare first. Why is that? Let me take a look. Did I miss something? Oh, I need to do that first. Okay, I guess on the very first time I play, I need to activate Ultra Rare card first to get the mapping correct. That's why I was doing. I played incorrectly. So I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna play it properly this time. So let's take. So the mistake I made was I activated Master Collection card first, but I should activate the Ultra Rare card first. And so that was my mistake. So let's go ahead and do this now and see what kind of a difference it makes. Because I did notice that I wasn't getting that second set of power gems, and that was the reason why. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and activate the Ultra Rare first, and then I think you activate the Master Collection cards, event cards, and then you activate your Ultimate Form. So you can see we actually upgraded some to Power Gem 5s. So to go from 5 to... to get from like 5 to 8, what you need to do is you can have like a Power Gem 5 and you have like Power Gem 1, 2, 3, so forth in the columns. You will increase the Power Gem level just with that. You can also use there, that's much better. You will also be able to use regular Power Gem upgrade methods, so you can go from 5 to 6 to 7, 8, etc. So like those, those battle skills that will power up a existing Power Gem, I think those are going to be pretty useful after this. Okay, so here we go. So this is starting to look a little bit better. Like it just seemed like it wasn't filling up easily, even though I was getting a pretty high intensity count. So this makes a lot more sense now. So you can now you can see this is looking a lot better. Like I can see that this is going to deal some insane damage. I think not very like, well, of course, I mean I do have a 2 pink star ultimate form plus a 3 pink star relic here, so yes, of course it's going to deal a lot of damage, but I feel like the deck as a whole, because it's 2 turns, and you can see here like it doesn't overwhelm the board, it doesn't like crush into nothing. The very first time we did the playtest for Gem Crush, it was basically like after you do a Gem Crush, after you use up all your battle skills, you're left with like 3 gems. You're left with like 3 power gems that are scattered all over the place, and then you have to like move them around, try and find them, and do all kinds of stuff, and it just wasn't working out. And so we got Power Gem 8 here, Power Gem 7s, 5s. This is pretty good. So the deck is pretty fast. It works pretty well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out the deck a little bit. So I'm going to change this out. Let's try and use a couple of support cards in here, maybe just 1 Master Collection card, 1 support, 1 event, and basically 1 of each. I think there was a question that was asking, can I do 1 of those? So 2 Ultra Rare cards will allow me to stagger. It will allow me to stagger. So I mean, like it's 2 turn cooldown and it lasts for 2 turns. I'm not sure if I need to stagger necessarily, but I could just activate 1 every turn too. That's another option too. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just change this out a little bit, and then I'm going to switch gears. We're going to try the alternative deck that I was talking about, and then we will sort of see the difference there. Okay, and so let's go ahead and add a support card in here, just because this feels more like how most people would have their decks, right? And we can then talk about like, okay, so what should we do? Now the question is, I used to always say, make sure you make sure you activate your Power Gem spawners first, then you activate the support card that spawns regular gems afterwards. It may not always be the best way to play if you do that. And the reason I say that is because like if you end up using the support card and it ends up filling the board because of it, now you crush them all. And once you've crushed them all, you're left with less power gems, okay? And so that is something to think about. And the concept of saving gems might also come into play here. So an example here, like once you have like a Power Gem 5, if possible, you might want to save it, right? Like I can't save it at this point, but there's 2 there I could save. So you can see there's 2 Power Gem 5s in column 6 over there. I'm going to go ahead and do another crush here, and I expect this to now go to Power Gem 8. So we're going to go ahead and activate here. So here it's going to crush to Power Gem 8. Yeah, so we got a bunch of Power Gem 8. And then here I'm saved to activate here. Then this is going to give me... this is also a relatively good number of gems on the board. So because you get 1 Power Gem plus 6 regular gems, that's a nice balance. As opposed to just like 8 regular gems, I think 1 Power Gem plus 6 regular gems, that's nice. And so here you go, right? So we have more Power Gem 5s here. And one of the things I'm going to do here is I can save my... I messed that one up. I was trying to save the Power Gem 5 there. But you're going to have to think about it a little bit. And I think this, now you kind of have to ask yourself like, hey, 60-second timer is actually a lot better now. 20-second clock is probably going to seem very, very fast. Like you're not going to have enough time to play is probably how you're going to feel. So the Master Collection card indeed is better, but the Ultimate Form really sort of powers it up so that in the off turn, you get some pretty good, you can get some pretty good gem creation there. So this is the deck right here. So like if I had to, say, I think this is still a case where more Master Collection cards is better. But let's take a look, right? Because I'm just going to use up all of my keys here. 13 keys, I still have enough. Now let's go back and do the two Ultimate Form. So I know I said I was going to do the other team, but let's just, this is the first time I really get a chance to show you guys the team in, different formats. So let's go ahead and do that, right? So we're going to go back to 2 Master Collection cards and 2 ultra rares. This is the one without event card, without support card. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Now the panic debuff is going to be something. Yeah, now panic is really going to make you panic, right? Because you will have less time to find your matches, and you're not going to be able to just like do a gem swap because you won't get a full board of gems anymore. All right, so you have a choice here, right? You can double the attack, or you can stagger, like somebody said, right? You can stagger every single turn, so you can activate every turn, and then use your ultra rare cards every time, or you can get double. Where's this? So I can stagger this way. I guess this way it allows me to stagger. If I stagger every single turn, I am getting the double boost. So it is better to stagger, right? It is better to stagger your ultra rare cards. And if you stagger and use 2 ultra rare cards every single, like one per turn, you're getting the double attack boost every single turn, right? So because attack boost will be additive, I'm going to get 240% attack boost with the 2 ultra rare cards. So if you had 2 ultra rare cards, that's how you should play. Okay. And in terms of like the power gems, I still feel like the better way to go is to use the Master Collection card first before ultra rare card. But from what I've seen so far, I have yet gotten to the point where I simply just fill up everything. Right, this is a good board right here, right? And so I can see this being quite effective against a big Corellian boss. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out. I think there was a question or a comment on like how do I do just 3 cards. So I will show that in a second. Before I run up all of my keys here, I'm going to show you how this deck works here, and then I'm going to go back to taking out the boss. I guess I should do that. So the question I have here is, I haven't tried using United Taurus. What I wanted to see is whether or not United Taurus would be nerfed or would it work better. Unbreakable Sisterhood is the card that you should use in this case. And one thing that I am kind of concerned about here is I'm using the Verdant Druids deck. And because we all got a free Making You, if you already have a basic Verdant Druids deck like I did, you can have 2 Making Yous and it works really well. And so I actually kind of feel like it might be okay not to use United Taurus, because what will happen is United Taurus is going to drop everything to the bottom, and then it's going to create a bunch of power gems, and guess what's going to happen? It's going to then fill up the board and then crush everything, and I'm going to be left with just a single row. So I actually feel like it might be better to use a different card, but I'm going to show this team so that we could see how it works, so you can see for yourself whether or not United Taurus is good. So X, why don't I stack both Ultra Rare card at the same time for maybe more power gems? So I don't believe that the status double count will double count the number of power gems. I haven't tried that. Marcus Mahimos, thank you very much for the subscription. Okay, so let's take a look here and see. So with Making You, this is basically 2 Making Yous and 1 Verdant Druid. The 3 of them combined will give you 18 power gems, which to me, I think is ideal. So this is what you're left with. Okay, so this is what you're left with compared to what I showed in my video before. It basically would just, destroy everything and fill up into one row, but this doesn't do that. Now let's try using United Taurus. I want to see what happens here. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought, right? And so let's go ahead and use the Unbreakable Sisterhood, because Unbreakable Sisterhood is a trap deck, so you can only use it on the turn that the boss is about to hit you. So that's the only downside to this deck, is that this deck activates. You can only activate it 1 turn before the boss hits you, and it's not too bad. Like I'm not seeing the gems getting crushed to the point of like just a single row, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see the board getting filled, and I think this is a good. I think this is a good compromise. Like this is better than having. I think if you had like a 3rd one in there plus relics, it might be a little bit too much. So Nolia, in the news it says that some cards change their skills. Can I do a comment or video about that? I would love to. I don't know what cards change their skills. I haven't actually had a chance to look into it. But I think that if you have Verdant Druids, this is a deck that I would recommend trying out. And it looks like even with United Taurus, it doesn't seem to be too bad. All right. So you can see here, it doesn't look to be too bad. I'm getting a good number of power gems here, power gem 2, power gem 8 over here as well. Let's just take a look and see what multipliers we get with this. Right, I missed that. But so that's basically the setup there. Now, somebody mentioned like try it with 3 cards, right? Like not with everything, but if I were to mix it, like if you had 1 of each, if you have 1 Master Collection card, 1 Ultra Rare card, and 1 Ultimate Form, the cards that I would like, you have a lot of other options, and we can do that. And so let's see. So, Convolin, do you think I'll get 2 buffs regardless if I stagger or not? Just because they last 2 turns, right? Because they last 2 turns, it doesn't really matter. So I guess your play style, you can just like activate everything all at once, or you can activate 1 at a time. Up to you guys. So I think it's been more than 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this entry for a second, and we're going to pick 2 more winners. Okay. So let's go ahead and pick our winner. And if your name is picked, please message me. You can message here and let me know your in-game name. So the first one is Rodel Delgado. Congratulations. And let's go pick another one. And it's going to be John Shostak. All right. So congratulations to the 2 of you. Please message me and let me know your in-game name so that I can forward your name. And you should expect to receive your gems in your inbox sometime in the next couple of days. Okay. So let's see. Catherine McIntyre, would I forge the Ultra Rare if you pull the Master Collection card? I think this team, okay, first of all, is the first team that can straight up create Power Gem 5s. And so like as an Earth, and there is no other Earth Slayer Chaotic Killer with the 9 times killer boost. So I think that this team it's worth getting. And the other thing too is, Catherine, if you can get the shiny MC, then I would definitely go and forge. Like for me, like it's a matter of like, can you forge the ultimate form, and can you get the Master Collection, the shiny master? If you can get the shiny master, you should definitely go for it. And this team feels like it's reasonable. All right, so let's go ahead and change this deck now, so that we have a deck that uses a combination. Okay, and so like for me, like I think this feels like a good option, Hard One Gorillas, and I'm going to change the leader so that when you're mixing a regular Generation 3 hero with 3 of the newer ones, My recommendation is health is generally not a big problem for you, but you want to boost all of your cards. So I would always put the regular Gen 3 hero as the leader. And the other one that I'm going to put in here, choices. You know, like Verdant Druids or United Taurus or anything else in here should work. Even like, let's say making you. Let's say you got the team. Let's say, you know, one free making you. We all got the free one, so you should have that in your arsenal. I would throw in every Earth deck. Okay, every Earth deck you get, throw it in there. You should definitely be looking to use that as much as possible. Okay, like it's a really good card. It's a really good card because of the passive Power Gem spawn ability. All right, so let's go ahead and use this deck now, and now let's actually focus on taking out the boss. So yes, that would be my recommendation. Like in general, if you can get the ultimate form, but the team is kind of like, you know, I don't know if it's good or not, then I would say, you know what, like maybe save your coins. This deck being the first Earth Slayer deck that, you know, gives you Power Gen 5s, I think it is one of the stronger decks. Not the strongest, because like I think the previous two are also really good, but this is not a weak deck by any means. And also, if you can get the shiny, then you're already guaranteed 2 Master Collection cards. So, you know, why not? All right, so in this case, like here you go, like we have our, like I'm guaranteed to spawn 6 Power Gems every single turn as long as I keep one here. I just think that it's just a, you know, good idea to do so. And like this is a really fast 2-turn deck too. And so I just think that, you know, in general, and what you should be doing is you should be activating your making you every turn to give yourself an additional damage boost too. It's like whenever you activate it, you're giving yourself some additional boost. And like there's no reason not to do it. Okay. So like we need to knock the armor down to 0, and I wonder if I'll be able to like just like one shot this. Like for sure, I think with my hard one gorillas, like if I don't defeat it with my single shot, I think the nuke itself should do the trick, right? So like I think that the countdown calendar where we got like all of those goodies, that was probably one of the best sort of like set of, you know, gifts that we've received in Legendary Game of Heroes for a very, very long time. I don't think I've ever seen sort of like, you know, that care package ever like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I personally believe that if you're a longtime VIP, this is what you should be getting. Like as a longtime VIP, that's what you should be receiving for your VIP rewards. You should be getting, you know, a Generation 3 Ultra Rare card or Master Collection card or something. Like there should be something for you in there. Because I think that is totally worth it. All right, so let's see here. And well, I'm going to activate it because I need to. Oh, sweet. I didn't actually crush anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a Power Gem swap here. And let's see how much damage we can do. I forgot to activate making you there. And almost took it out with one shot. And I think I'll be able to take it out now. So this is a level 25 Sentry Storm. And, you know, it's not weak. It's pretty good. I enjoyed this. Like I think, you know, like, and this is mixing it with different cards and like, you know, mixing it with, if you want to mix it with here's one thing I also want to consider. If you want to mix in a hard one gorillas in here, I know I said that you should just throw making you in there because you have it, and I still believe so. But another thing you could try is simply just throw a Jailers in there if you have it. So what that gets you is you're getting your Hard One Gorillas boost from your event ultimate form. You're getting a bunch of Power Gem upgrades, okay, a bunch of Power Gem 5s to be able to do a damage, and then you basically go and you boost your Hard One Gorillas to an insane amount of damage boost there. You're missing out on one card to do the damage, but your nuke damage from Hard One Gorillas is gonna go through the roof, right? So here is another option too. So let's see. So Mike Pereira, what with the Flourishing Fairies creates 4 Power Gen 3s and upgrades 6 Power Gen 1 level. Would that be as good to upgrade? Yeah, so like the Flourishing Fairy's ability to upgrade power gems, and what it does is it will randomly upgrade. It doesn't just upgrade like the lowest one, it'll randomly upgrade. It becomes a much better skill than it used to be. So before, the maximum power gem level you can get to is power gem 4. And what you can do now is you can say, well, you have a power gem 13, make it up to 14. Like just that by itself, you're increasing your damage that much more. Whereas before, you have a risk of upgrading your power gem 4s to nothing. Right? Remember, like, do you remember how, like, back in the day, like last week, as of a week ago, if you had teams that could spawn a lot of power gem 4s, there's always that risk where it upgrades an existing power gen 4 and it's such a waste, right? Here, that doesn't happen anymore. Like you're going to increase it to the next level up, and so you're going to get a little bit more damage boost there. So there are definitely some skills which I think have been improved a lot because of it, but we will have to go back and revisit some of these skills. Our thinking has to be switched now a little bit on like what is a strong skill, what's not a strong skill, what do you do? Like there's a lot more options now. So Iron God Killer, do I think that Gem Crush will make Apex Predator better? So I played with the Apex Predator deck. It will weaken it in some cases. The reason why it will weaken a little bit is because the amount of damage boost you can get from the Apex Predators will be diminished because it depends on the number of gems on the board. But because it has limited number of power gems you can spawn, like when it crushes, it's not a big deal, and you can increase the increase the battle skill levels of your power gem 1s. Like keep in mind those cards, they're like power gem 1s, right? So I think it balances out, although I couldn't test it against the event it's in, so I couldn't really tell how much damage it could really deal. So I'm not really sure about that. We will have to try it. So during the Commander event where we get 13 times into this Gem Crush, not much to boast. So I tried it in when I played a test server, it was a Commander event. It wasn't too bad. Like using the team that everybody was using for Commander, it didn't seem too bad actually. Now I'm really curious. Like some time ago, I think it was Noelia who said that there are skills that have been changed. I think he said it was announced in a news feed. I'm curious about that. So Countless J, thank you so much for joining me for the stream here. Before you go to bed, I'm going to go ahead and do one more entry. So I'm going to close entries for now. I'm going to pick 2 more winners. I need to pick up the speed a little bit. And so I'm going to actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to pick 3 winners this time. So Marvin Coker, congratulations for winning the 500 gems here. I'm going to pick 2 more. And it's going to be Lucy Cat. And then finally, our 3rd winner for this time frame is going to be Magma Hawk. So congratulations to the winner so far. We've picked 7, and I'm going to pick 2 more winners. And then after that, you can still have a chance to win if you comment in the video once it goes live. So let's take a look at the news feed. Because I want to hear more. I want to learn more about the changes here and see like if they've updated some. If they indeed updated some skills, then I think that's amazing. Because what they've said, a lot of people have said that, look, some of the skills just don't make sense anymore because, the damage boost or, number of gems they create is dependent on the number of gems that's already on the board. So it worked well when you can get a full board of gems, but if you can't get a full board of gems, like how can that work again? So let's take a look at this. So make sure your legendary app is updated. Everybody should have done that already. Otherwise you can't actually play. Gem Crush is now live. There's the battle skill updates. Here it is. So I answered somebody's question about Apex before I read that Apex Predators had been updated. And so my mistake, I need to go back and take a look at these battle skills now before I answer. And so the heroes have abilities that depend on the number of gems on the board, with a number depending on deciding how powerful they are. And so to fix this, they've improved the battle and passive skills of many of these heroes. So so Apex Predators, Prime Pursuer, Dominator, Vadim, Otavalo the Huntsman, Tehar, Fable Sojourners, Lighthearted Lady Dorothy, Visions of the Void Awakened, Dream Guardian, Astro Anomalies, and Illuminated Evening Star. Well, let's start by taking a look at Apex Predators. So that is the Water Slayer event. Let's try this again. There you go. Water Slayer, but I can't remember what it is, so I'm just going to search for that here. It's Immortal. Okay, so Apex Predators. So what did it change to? So the battle skill spawns 2 Power Gem 1s for every Water Power Gem on the board. Did it used to spawn just 1? Did it used to spawn 1 for every 5? Now it spawns 2 for every 1, so it basically effectively doubled the number of Power Gems that it spawns. And it will always create at least 1 Power Gem, okay? And at the start of each turn, so the battle skill, right? Am I right here? The change here is it used to be 1 for every 5, and now it creates 2 for every 5. I wish I remembered this. Like, my memory is going here, right? Is that correct? And it also increases the attack by 8%. I feel like that number wasn't 8 before. Yeah, okay, so before it was 6 and now it went up to 8. So the very fact that it can now create 2 Power Gems for every 5 Power Gem on the board means that if you pair this with another deck that, yeah, I think it would be really good. So, like, even if you just created 5 Power Gems, you're going to get 10 Power Gems out of that. And with Power Gem 1s, you want them to crush. Like, you actually want to crush those Power Gem 1s so they can be upgraded to something better. So I think it does make Apex Predators better. Before, when I was on the test server, they didn't update those battle skills. I was like, these are super weak. I don't know what you're gonna do with that. But I think this change is good. Now, United Tours, I don't think has the change, right? So destroys all Earth Gems and creates 4 Power Gems and 1 for every 5 Earth Gems on the board. Yeah, so this one is going to reduce the total number of Power Gems that you can create if you end up crushing everything. But you just saw, like, I tried this and it wasn't too bad, right? So it really wasn't too bad here. So overall, like, I think that this deck, given that it's the very first time that we have, Power Gem 5s, and this is the very first time, this is the Go Live event for Gem Crush, it could have gone either way, right? The deck could have been extremely, like, weak and just weird to play, but this feels relatively balanced, and Gem Crush mechanic didn't seem to impact it too much. At least from my experience just playing here, I don't feel like it was too bad, except for the fact that I'm not getting full board, but, like, but at the same time, I'm getting a lot more, like, upgraded Power Gems. So, like, I would really like to know, comment here or give me a comment in the video later afterwards. My question to you guys is the fact that we can't get a full board Power Gem 4s as the max number of Power Gems on the board, is that the deal breaker for you? Or is there something else about Gem Crush that you feel concerned about or you don't enjoy? I personally think that, I personally feel that it hasn't impacted my game too much. So I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and try this. So this was already, like, pretty easy to do before. I wonder if, with Gem Crush, how it's going to be different this time. Where's my deck? Where's the one that I'm using? Don't tell me I have to rebuild another one. Okay, here you go. So I'm gonna just try this against my team here, because I don't want to run too long, but I'm gonna take a look and see, like, how a sort of staple Guild versus Guild deck changed now in Guild versus Guild. From what I've heard, it's made it easier. Okay, so from what I've heard, it's easier to attack. It's OP now. Cards hit 60 billion in Guild vs. Guild. It's pretty ridiculous. Non-event gem destroyed. Help? Destroyers help? What? Oh, non-event gem destroyers help. I see. So let's see. So Colin William D, the beta I played had the updated skills. That's why Dorothy made 38 PGs instead of 19. And I still have access to the server, so I'm just gonna go and check it out. I'm just gonna go and take a look. So that's probably why. I just need to go and take a look. Okay, so here you go. So I feel like just with this should be enough. I'm just gonna see. I probably should have just activated my support card there, but I feel like just with that should be like more than enough damage out there, right there. I mean, like against light, I don't even need more. And with like Power Gen 5s here, I think like this is probably just gonna kill it outright, isn't it? My team, like this could be at like a 400,000. This could be like a 400,000 defender, and it's not going to really matter here. Like I'm using Toxin here too, but I don't think it really matters. So I'm not really seeing a big difference here. Like I'm not playing the deck any differently, and like people said, if anything, it just feels easier now. And look at that with this crush, like it's just gonna. Yeah. What's like? There's no point, right? Like I'm just showing you what everybody already knows, and that is Golem just walks through the light team here. But I still have Toxin. So that is something that I guess I can work around by just doing a gem match. Mr. Hawklands, you missed the most epic pull in my history of polls on live stream. Like I couldn't believe my luck this time around. I mean, if I was truly like, incredibly lucky, I would have gotten it before tier 6, but I'm happy with the end result. I'm super happy with the end result. So it's oh wait a second, I didn't I guess I was not paying attention and I didn't do what I needed to do. But in any case, it would have been an easy 5 win there. Don't copy what I did there. I messed up because I wasn't paying attention. But yes, so Marlon, that was the most awesomeness ever. It was just ridiculous. Like, like that right there, I want to just like highlight and then save and be like, hey, look at this. Remember that one time? And it's not like my luck can really get that much worse compared to before, right? So like if I go back to like not playing anything up to tier 4, I'll be okay. I have all of my coins saved up so that I'll be able to pull either the next event or the event after that. So I have some insurance to fall back on. So yeah, I guess there probably is some issues with if you guys are having some issues with like the streams slowing down, like my phone is really heating up, so I do apologize for that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 1 more minute. If you have not yet registered, if you're just joining us right now, I'm doing a 500 gem giveaway. Just type in ! raffle to get yourself in the drawing. In 1 minute, I'm gonna go ahead and do the last drawing for the last 2 winners. Again, if I pick your name, please message me and let me know your in-game name by tomorrow. Okay, so you can either message me here or you can message me in the network app. Just let me know your in-game name so that I could forward your name on and you can get your 500 gems. Okay. So we got 1 more minute remaining, and I'm going to stop the entry in 5. And if you've already registered before, you automatically register. All right, let's go ahead and close the entries. I'm going to pick our last 2 winners, and they are Andy Mayerchak. Congratulations. And our 9th winner of the night is going to be J.L. Scott. Congratulations, everybody, for the win. And make sure that you send me your chat here. And actually, what I just realized is I am losing the chat of the previous people that have messaged me, so I do apologize. Please message me on the network app or in the comments so that I don't lose it, because I've already lost everybody else who's messaged me, so I do apologize for that. The best way to make sure that I don't lose your name is to message me on the network app or comment in the video afterwards. If you won, let me know. And if you didn't win, here is the another way for you to win. There's one more spot remaining. Make a comment in the video, okay? And we will. I'll be able to search for a. I'll be able to. What I'll do is I will do a random drawing out of all of the people that comment. So comment down below, and then I will be able to select it for winner. Okay. And so let's see. So for those of you who have stuck around with me for this long, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations to all of the winners for the gems. And hope this has been a useful and helpful video for you. Again, my take is this deck is, I think this deck is worth forging if you have just one of the two. And definitely if you can get the Shiny Master Collection card. I think it's going to be a pretty powerful deck overall. Seems pretty balanced, not overly crazy. If you have Making You, you should think about using it because it's going to help you tremendously in your in your overall power gem creation. And so I'm looking forward to this event. Let me know what you think. Comment down in the video below later and let me know your thoughts. And also by commenting, you also increase your chance of winning that last gem. Okay. So Nicole Hollis, I will definitely be using this event deck as a whole to maximize my damage, but I will be playing around and I will be sharing my thoughts on, like different combinations that you could go with that could help you get the most damage in your deck. Okay, so look forward to a video that'll come out a little bit later, and then I'll see you soon. All right, so thank you everybody. Take care. Have a good night.